Hey guys, what's going on? Joe's Neon here. Listen, I downloaded my video on fatwood, and I got a lot of questions, and I got a lot of great questions, and I want to answer some of those questions. Um, basically, I got a lot of questions on where to find it, and you're typing back on YouTube, answering a comment, and I'm one of these guys, so it takes me a while, but to get a little bit more in depth, any coniferous tree, conifers have needles, deciduous trees have leaves. So conifers, anything in the pine family, red pine, ponderosa pine, white pine, balsam, spruce, cedar, they all have concentrations of pitch, which is flammable. Okay? Now, I wrote some of you guys back on the lower limbs, lower dead limbs. You'll see big white pines or cedars with these limbs that have been broken off forever. That six to 10, 12 inches, that first right off the trunk of the tree, that first section, you're bound to find some good fatwood in there. Now, stumps are another way to do it. One of the guys, Backyard Meat. I don't know if you checked him out. Hey, brother, what's going on? Backyard Meat. Him and his dad go pitching. They go out and they find the old pine stumps, and they get them out of old rotten pine stumps. You'll see it looks like a golden vein in there. Almost looks like a caramel candy. It's so solid. Pretty interesting stuff. But you can find it. I mean, you can cut off limbs and just look at the end of the limb right next to the trunk of the tree, and you'll see it's almost like glass. It's almost solid, So I just want to do a little demonstration for you guys, give you a better idea of how I use it, why I use it, a couple reasons why I use it. It's free. It's waterproof. You can soak the stuff in water and it still burns just as good as if it was dry. It's ultralight. It doesn't weigh anything, So I always carry a couple pieces with me, as a just in case. Now, I don't primarily use it as my spark attractant. Now, I've seen guys that'll actually take it and shave it really fine and then work it with a ferro rod, and get it to go into flame. But the way I use it is I use it as a long-term accelerant. It starts on fire very easily, but it burns for a long time. It gives you an opportunity to have a lot of heat for some time. So you got time to get your fire started. Great in wet conditions. Even though you're going to render your wood down nice and small, you're still going to have some issues as far as water goes. Let me show you what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to use a flint and steel. I've got a little cedar bark here that I've made a little nest out of, and I got some birch bark in there that I tore up. Now that's the other thing I wanted to mention to you guys. We got a lot of birch bark out here, where I am up here in the Northeast in the Adirondack Mountains, and as long as I got birch bark around, that's my number one go-to. I mean, I take the stuff, I bring it home, and I put it in a silver bullet food processor, and I turn it into what I call white powder. Instead of black powder, it's white powder, and it's just as flammable. It's unbelievable how flammable it is. So I always take a little vial of that with me too. But along with the fatwood, I'll show you in combination how the two work, Now, just simply, taking your char cloth, your flint, your steel, and you can do this just as simply with a ferro rod. Damn, he's good, ain't he? I'll just fold that in and I'll tuck it right in that birch bark. All right. Now, because I put the cedar bark around the outside of the birch bark gives me instant ignition. The cedar bark slows the process down, but gives me good high heat. You know, it lasts for a little bit longer. Now, if I take some of these shavings that I made out of the fat wood and I just drop them on top. That's it. That's the fat wood burning right now, okay? So I'm going to put a couple more pieces on there. And I'll show you guys, oh, you should smell how beautiful that smells. The sustainability of this fat wood and how long it actually burns. While we're on the topic, I also wanted to show you guys my latest Chris Killinger blade. It's the SSN, Simple Scandi Necker. Beautiful little neck knife. He makes the sheaths for them and everything. It's got a beautiful little deer antler bead on there. Really cool. Yeah, that's going to smoke up a storm. But anyhow, I processed all this with that knife. Simple Scandi Necker with a leather wrap. It's a beautiful knife. I've been carrying this a lot. And yeah, it's razor sharp. But I could take a knife like this, piece of fat wood, and I could just bump it down with my hand. And you can see the amount of burn time that this is going to give you. Okay? I'll put those pieces on, and the whole time we're sitting here chatting, that is just burning good high heat. You got plenty of time to get a little bit bigger stuff on it, maybe something that's not so dry, but it's some fantastic stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, a couple of the questions I had was Adirondack Trapper, the Adirondack Trapper. What's going on, brother? He wanted to see how it burns. Well, this is how it burns. It burns smoky, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful smell. But I've got such a small amount of wood right there, and it's just going to keep burning and keep burning and keep burning. Captain John, Sis John, 1616, 2616, sorry, man. He had a great point. This pitch, you can take this stuff and you can melt it and you can use it as a great glue in the woods. I'll put eyes back on fishing rods with it. Works fantastic. One time I was working with a group of kids, and we glued sticks together to make a picture frame to give as somebody for a gift for their birthday. Cole Craven, you're right on the right track, buddy. Cole Craven. Just look into your coniferous trees, the dead places, dead limbs and whatnot. Yep, this smoke is getting me. But I mean, look at how that burns. It's amazing. Just wanted to say, across the pond, hi to my buddy Fog 360. If you guys haven't checked Fog 360 out, check him out. He's great. He just got real lucky and went on a camping trip, just him and Sandy from Jack Lore Knives, the maker of Jack Lore Knives. I mean, how cool is that? He dumped down a video. It's a great video. Joey Wood, buddy. My buddy right up the road here, man. Get your driver's license. We'll go out and do a little crafting. What else I want to say hello to? Army Stinger 150, buddy. He does it Texas style. Big time. You want to check out his camping spot. Really nice camping spot. He's right on a beautiful river. Does a nice job, you know? And I want to thank you, buddy, for your service in the military. Really cool. Rodney Newberry, buddy. For real? Looked like Mama caught a lot more trout than you did in the last video. But you guys were having fun. Great little cook-up. That was great. It was awesome. You guys were catching them left and right. But as you guys can see, whoop, there goes my necker. As you guys can see how that stuff burns. Now, you know, I put such a minimal amount on there, and it's so loaded with fuel. That pitch burns as a fuel. And you'll notice the odor when you smell it. When you cut it, you'll notice it smells like turpentine. And that's actually where turpentine is made from. It's made from the pitch of coniferous trees. So, if that doesn't give you plenty of time to start a fire, you might want to practice a little more in the backyard. But anyhow, I just got so many questions on the vid that I just wanted to answer some. Say hi to you guys, and you know, tell you a little bit more about fatwood. It's free, and man, is it handy. I'll tell you. If you guys, any of you guys use a little hobo stove or something like that, man, this stuff, forget it. You'll boil water in no time using just small pieces of this. But anyhow, I hope that helped you guys out. You know, go out and find some. It's easy to find. Take a little pocket saw with you. You cut those limbs off and whatnot. You know, look at those old stumps, you know, where trees are busted off and stuff. They might look half rotten, and then all of a sudden you'll see like this hard vein running through it. That's the fatwood. So anyhow, guys, I'm gonna get back to my old PBR here. You know, I didn't want to use my cozy, my beer koozie here, because it covers up my PBR label. But look what I got. I got a 16-ounce koozie for my PBR. So there you go, boss of the swamp. Alright, good to bullshit with you guys. I hope this video wasn't unnecessary, but I will just say, go ahead and, you know, subscribe. If you guys haven't subscribed, man, I got so much coming up this season, it's going to be crazy. And, you know, comment. I love the comments. If you guys haven't noticed, I answer them back. If I don't answer them in a typed comment, you know, I get enough of them, I'll do a video like this. I'll answer your questions and say hello. So it's all cool. But you can see this here is just dwindling out now. So anyhow, that's fatwood, guys. Go find some. Check it out. You'll love it. Talk to you soon.